What's up, everybody? My name is Envy, and I want to talk to you guys about a special topic called YouTube changes people. And if you're a YouTuber, please get in the comments right now and tell me if you experienced this or, something along the lines. Alright, let's get right into it. Okay, now let's rewind about a year ago when I decided to become a YouTuber. I felt like I could do it. I was interested in doing like clips and stuff, like montages and stuff. So I decided, I'm gonna go out there and get an HD PVR. I'm gonna get some clips, and I'm gonna join Chaos. That was my goal. Chaos was my main goal. I didn't really know any other teams. I really wasn't into the community like everybody was. I just knew that people montaged, and that was a big brand. So what I did is I went out and got a bunch of clips, and I was trying to get all these blind fires. And one day I ran into a YouTuber I respected at that time. And then, we were going off on, trying to shoot each other. Eventually he got upset and felt like I was, deriding him. But I was just a fan of his content, and I was trying to headshot him. You go for the people that you respect. But that wasn't the case for him. He sent me a lot of hate mail. He started trash talking me, which was completely opposite of what I had him in my head, because I would watch his videos and he seemed like a good person. And this brought up the whole topic of YouTube changes people. So now I'm looking at myself. I'm like, I got 100 subs. I really didn't have a lot of people that were following me, but I had a lot of friends. And I always told myself and told my friends, I wonder if I ever got that big, if I would react that way, would I change? And, a lot of them told me, no, that's not you. You would never do that. And, you like to think like that because, you feel like that you would never let something like this called YouTube get in the way of the way you act and the way you really are. And the truth is, you're going to change. And let me explain why I say this. Because to me, I feel like I'm still the same person, but you don't know. You have to change to get bigger. And sometimes it's not always the best change, and sometimes it's a good change. Now let me explain why. I noticed that I wanted to get in touch with all these other YouTubers. The best way to ever get out there was to network. And that's what I wanted to do. So everybody that I saw that in the community I felt like had some talent or in some way brought something to the table, I wanted to be a part of their circle. I wanted to get close to them. I wanted them to get close to me. I wanted to build something. I wanted to make sure that we could all grow together. And mostly it was lucky for me that I had a lot of people that I started off with. We're still friends till this day. But eventually you're going to get to the point where your original friends, the ones that were never for YouTube, they start getting pushed away. And you really don't notice at the time that you're, oh yeah, I haven't played with them for about a week. Then all of a sudden it's like a month. And then all of a sudden it's like 6 months. It's almost half a year. And you realize, wow, I lost in contact with all my other friends. My friends that were there for me, when we weren't doing YouTube. Now the problem with networking, there's always a downside to it. It's not always, hey, we come together, we're gonna make 1,000 subs. It doesn't work like that. It takes a lot of creativity and a lot of hard work to do what you need to do to get to the top. Now if you have a good circle like I do, it comes easier than it usually does if you go solo. Now the thing that happens when you get a lot of networking going on is you get mutual enemies, and this creates some kind of hate towards your channel. And it's kind of weird to touch at first. Like, you'll get a lot of love at first when you network, and then eventually you start seeing these dislikes coming in and coming in and coming in, and it kind of bothers you. It kind of pushes you back. It makes you no longer motivated. You're like, why should I work this hard when somebody's just gonna take a quick second to dislike my video? And that's the biggest part of networking. It's learning how to get big and take the hate, because eventually that's something you're gonna have to go through. Now I realize after a while I have neglected a lot of my friends, and it built some animosity between us, and that eventually created this big fight between me and one of my best friends. And this is where it gets interesting.
It's no beef, no malice. I got no vendetta with y'all. I only want better for myself. Might even want better for y'all.